Are you being attended to, sir?
Actually, no. Then attention isn't the word I'm looking for at the moment.
Oh, perhaps I can help you.
Perhaps you can. Fast food on a slow boat to China. 4 letters.
Junk.
Of course. You must be Mr. Darby. I'm Andrew Fellows, waiting for my father.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Not at all, not at all. You have a job to do. Good security. Strange men loitering in hotel lobbies should be challenged. Lest we forget Brighton and all that.
Exactly.
How many teas and committal?
2.
Kath, excuse me.
Hello. Are you waiting for your father?
Yes, but give me another 20 minutes or so yet. Just time enough for you and me to have a drink.
Oh, I don't think I'd better. I'm on duty till 1 o'clock.
Take an early lunch. I'm going back this afternoon. I really would like to have a chat with you on your own.
Just me? Really? Lorraine, I'm just popping up to the bar if anyone wants me.
So you're not interested?
I would have been,
No,
but...
no, Lorraine. These athletics clubs don't advertise very often. And if you're thinking of taking it up seriously...
I don't think I am.
Training too much?
I was. I've stopped doing it.
Sir, if you're going to transfer these to the leisure centre, might I suggest that you use a trolley?
I should have thought of that.
Lorraine, will you get us a trolley?
Sure.
Thank you, Lorraine. Darby, I want to talk to you about her. She's got something on her mind.
In what respect, sir?
Come off it, Darby. You know what I'm talking about. She's in love with Mickey Doyle, and for reasons which are blatantly obvious, he doesn't want to know.
Look, I'd rather not talk about this, if it's all the same to you.
It is not all the same to me, Darby. She's got a crush on Doyle. It's something I've got to account for. Not any more upsets.
Well, in that case, you are probably correct.
Daniel, when you finished playing with your bike, have you thought any more about the staff?
Yes.
And?
Well, I've drafted some adverts if you want to look them over.
Fine. And what are we going to do in the meantime?
Well, I thought we'd move some people over from the motel.
Fair enough. Who?
Louise?
Yes.
Karen Ashby?
Yeah.
Debbie Ainsworth?
No.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
She's overweight.
That's not her fault.
It's not my fault either, Daniel. Look, we're not discussing blame. We are promoting a leisure centre. Health, fitness, the body beautiful. Anyway, whose fault is it? She's the one that does the eating.
So that's the job requirement, the body beautiful.
A very vital one, Daniel. So who do you know that is lean and athletic?
Lorraine Baker?
Yeah, fine.
Sandy Court?
Yeah, fine. Okay, organise it, will you? And I want to see the training schedule as soon as you've discussed it with Mickey Doyle, okay?
Has he said anything?
Adam? Not a lot. What sort of anything?
Well, about me. Well, us.
No. What? Should he?
Oh, I don't know. It's just such a weird situation. We're all on edge.
There's no need to be. He's thrown himself into his work.
Yeah, well, he's good at that.
Anyway, it takes 2 to argue, and I'm certainly not into it. Is this to go?
Let me have a look. Yes.
Right. No, I think it all will be okay. Anyway, once we get organised, our paths will hardly cross. He'll be in the office and I'll be in the centre.
It all seems so easy somehow. Not at all how I imagined.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Oh, silly, I'm delighted. Look, I've got to make an appointment with my solicitor, so would you like me to ask for a time when you're off?
But I'm off.
Well, I mean, you want to come, won't you? I mean, after all, it does concern both of us.
Mrs. Chance, excuse me. Mr. Pritchard is here. He's the rep from Greenaway. Shall I show him in?
Oh, no. I better come out. Once they get the foot in, you can never get rid of them. Won't be long.
Don't bank on it. It could be good.
Cheers.
I still don't know what you want to see me about.
It's certainly not my business. But I'll make the excuse that I'm family and I care.
Care?
Well, stop me if I get too personal, but I have a sneaky suspicion that everything in the garden isn't as rosy as it might be. You're not stopping me.
I really don't know what to say.
Well, for starters, you don't like the house.
Stephen told you?
Not as such, no, but I saw your face when he mentioned leaving it to me. You hate it, don't you?
Well,
It's all right, you don't have to say. Because that's not the real problem. The real problem's Mum, isn't it? Well, I think it is. I feel it myself. She's everywhere. Can't get away from her. Too many memories.
She was a very special person.
Mum? Well, I suppose she was to me. But then you're very special to your children. That's what mums are all about.
I'm not slim, beautiful and brainy.
You don't have to be. You're kind, warm-hearted, generous, and very easy to get on with. Dad's picked a winner and he knows it. Oh, Mum may have been brainy, but I don't know where you get the slim and beautiful from.
From her photographs of the wedding and the honeymoon, I've seen them.
She was 19 years old. Teenage brides usually are slim and beautiful. But whack on a few years and a couple of kids and you get, well, a mum. Not Miss World. Don't get so many photographs either.
Oh, yes, I've seen one in her 40s. Mrs. Meacher showed me.
She was probably winding you up.
Anyway, it's not just that. It was the reading, the chess, and the music.
Yes, they played chess and read a lot. It's because Dad wouldn't have a television in the house. And music? Well, let me tell you. Whenever they had a row, one of them would stomp off into the music room and take it out on Mozart or Bach on the piano. And the other would try to drown it out with Beethoven or Tchaikovsky on the gramophone.
I'm sure you're just telling me all this, you know, just to make me feel better.
And is it working?
No. Because they're not the sort of things that Stephen, I mean, your father, will remember.
Then I shall remind
Oh,
him.
no, you mustn't do that.
Oh,
You
yes, I
mustn't say
must.
anything.
I'm going to shake him out of cloud cuckoo land before he loses you altogether. He's a silly old fool sometimes. I'm going to make him realize just how lucky he is.
Something to my advantage?
Ah, Miss Baker, come in, sit down and look interested.
I am interested. Only what could you possibly offer me that's to my advantage?
Ah, so young and yet so cynical. What do you think?
I've no idea. Apart from the fact there must be something in it for you.
My dear Lorraine, what was in it for me when I put my entire career on the line, incurred the wrath of my stepmother, brought the motel out on strike and got you your job back, eh?
Yes, I've often wondered about that.
I did it for you. Because I like you. And I respect you. And you don't believe me.
Look, I've got to get back. I'm not off duty till 1.
Sit down. I didn't ask you here as your friend, but as the manager of the leisure centre.
No, Adam Chance is manager of the leisure centre.
Well, I mean, yes, in a technical letterhead sort of way. But as to the running of the place from day to day, that's down to Joanna and myself. And that includes placement of staff.
So?
So, have you thought about what I asked you about working here?
Here we go again.
Subject to the usual checks, forms, procedures, etc.
What's in it for me?
Better hours, better money, a chance to meet the public in congenial surroundings.
How much more money?
£15 a week.
When do I start?
You're interested?
You kidding?
Good. Well, I'll set the wheels in motion. And you'll have to sign a formal contract, of course, and there'll be a short period of training, so if you report to Mickey Doyle at 11:30 in the morning.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
You mean I'll be working with him?
Yes? What's your problem? And don't tell me you still fancy him, Lorraine.
What do you mean still? Who said I ever did?
Didn't you?
I'll be here tomorrow, 11:30.
We built Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Yeah, I'm talking about recently.
We taught you the folly of holding out to deep square leg.
Ha, ha, ha. Well, I'll tell you what Australia's done for Pommyland. We fought for you in 2 world wars, that's what. How many Poms would fight for Australia if we were invaded?
I'm sure somebody'd write to the Times about it.
Yeah.
Don't you listen to him. My son delights in winding people up.
They speak someone who chickened out of fighting in Korea.
I didn't chicken out of anything. I told you.
All right, I'll stop. Get the old fella a pills. Another for yourself. Just stick with this and driving. So, how did you get here? Nah, forget it. I've got more serious things to reprimand you for.
That sounds ominous.
Tis ominous. Thanks, Barry.
Cheers. Hey.
You and Kath.
Yeah?
Well, I think you're making some very basic mistakes.
Well, if I am, that's for me to sort out with Kath.
Indeed it is. You're still going to hear me out. For once in your life, Dad, you're going to listen. You're going to listen and you're going to learn.
So, did you buy anything?
No. I said I'd read these and we'd talk again.
He must have been good.
Oh, he was quite shy, really. Had that sort of sorrowful look, like a spaniel. Felt quite sorry for him.
Charming.
Oh, sweet, really. If I hadn't already been spoken for.
Twice.
Once, twice. What the heck? You get a taste for it, you know.
So what were you saying?
When?
Before you went out?
I don't know. What was I saying?
Something about seeing your solicitor.
Oh, yes. Well, without him being so reasonable, I don't suppose we'll have any problems, but still got to go through the formalities.
I'm sorry, I'm not with you.
Getting a divorce? I mean, before we can get married, darling, I'm going to have to get divorced. So the sooner the better. Have I said something?
No, of course you're right. Yeah, of course you're right.
All right, Grandad, we're ready. You can start undoing it now.
He's coming, girl boy. One more turn, Dill.
Right. Now brace yourself, Lorraine. Brace yourself.
At B&Q, you won't find short-term discounts. You always know the price you're paying. Whether it's a lawnmower or a can of paint, you can be sure it's a low price. But if you do find a lower price elsewhere, B&Q will match it and take off an extra 10%. You can do it when you B&Q it.
Getting to know you.
Get to know the magic, the mystery, and the adventure of The King and I.
They say you've either got green fingers or you haven't, but I don't need them. I discovered Miracle Grow, and what a difference it makes. Plants grow faster and stronger, and I get loads more flowers and vegetables. You know, Miracle Grow put me in a different league. In fact, I'm getting something of a reputation around here. Miracle Grow. The name says it all.
So what sort of accountant are you? Chartered?
From the creator of Only Fools and Horses, Just Good Friends starts Monday at 10:05 on UKGold.
Come in. Oh, Kath. What do you think?
Very smart.
I should hope so.
Mr. Chance,
I started work at 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 10.5 hours later. Shouldn't you be at home?
Yes, I'm just going. Mr. Chance, is it true that you're transferring Lorraine Baker to work here?
Lorraine working here?
Well, that's what she told me.
Is that true, then?
It's a possibility, yes. Her name has been mooted.
But don't you think it would have been at least polite to mention it to me first?
Now, look,
before
Kath.
taking it for granted that I can spare her. Because actually it makes me very understaffed. She's a very good worker.
Well, that's probably why Daniel chose her.
Daniel?
Yes, I asked him to look into the possibilities of using staff from the motel because I'm probably going to have to. But I didn't expect him to be so, precipitous, is that the word?
Well, that's all very well, Mr.
Anyway,
Chance,
he
but...
should have consulted you first. I'm very sorry, but he is young, he's inexperienced, and he's eager to get on.
I see.
Anyway, all I can do, Kath, is to apologise for the way that it has been done. And don't worry, I'll have a word with Daniel in the morning.
Well, I'm still not happy about it, Mr.
No,
Chance.
I can see that, I can see that. But what is done is done. Leave it with me, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Good night. What?
Lorraine Baker.
Don't you think she's up to it?
No, she's good. It just leaves me with a bit of a problem, that's all.
What problem? Look, let's go and have a drink, shall we? I'm bushed.
Sure.
We can talk it over there.
Movies? Boring.
Disco?
There's no point, is there?
I don't know.
No, come on. You go to a disco to pull, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I get lucky. What do? Take her back to my place?
Nah, she takes you back to hers.
I'm engaged.
Boring.
Look, what would you be doing now if you were back home, eh?
Getting up.
You know what I mean.
Same as we're doing now.
I want to do something, you know. Look, a couple of years ago, I used to hang around with a couple of blokes, right? And we used to have a right laugh.
Doing what?
Well, we'd go out and get drunk, and one of us would do something stupid, like, I remember one time we took some Christmas trees.
Christmas trees?
Well, you know, nicking Christmas trees and selling them off at the market.
Ah, right, I'm with you. OK, let's go and do it.
Don't be so stupid, it's March.
No, not that. I've got an idea.
What?
You'll see when we get there. Let's hit the action, sport.
Thank you. I'll get these.
Okay, thanks.
Andy, could I have a large scotch, please, and a G&T?
Right you are.
Thank you.
Oh, see. Oh, jeez. You okay? Yeah,
Come on, sport. Aha.
You filled it in?
Too right.
Oh, great. When did they do this?
All day today.
God, I bet it's cold.
Why don't you get in and find out?
How do you know I could swim?
Well, if you can, it's a good time to learn. What's it like in there?
It's wet.
Wow, we'll see, won't we? Come on.
No, she's a very nice girl.
Oh, yeah, she's that all right.
We get along very well.
My well. I mean, you haven't actually...
Well, Lorraine, no, nothing like that, no. No, it's just going to be embarrassing, that's all.
Come off it, Mickey. You embarrassed? A young girl's got a crush on you and you're embarrassed you're a man of the world. You've been around, you know the score. The youngsters are all the same today. They're capricious. Give it a couple of weeks, she'll be crazy about somebody else.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Just ride it out. I mean, treat her like anybody else. There's no problem, really. Come on. Let me get you another.
No, my turn. Same again or G&T?
I'll have the same again, please.
Right.
Right, here we go. God.
What do we do for towels?
Oh, there'll be some in the locker room.
I hope so. This is what I miss.
What?
Fun. I forgot what it's like.
So, go and get married and kiss it goodbye forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Well, so would I be if I was in your shoes. It's getting a bit cold, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on, let's get out of here. Yeah. Do you fancy a drink?
Yeah, why not?
You never have time in the army. It's always exercises or postings or courses. I mean, you're never anywhere long enough to,
What, develop a lasting relationship?
I mean, there's no need. Pop down to Hamburg, spend a few hundred dues, you know what I mean?
Spend a couple of weeks wondering whether you're really in love or not.
No, I was never into that. You know, 40 hours is not long enough to know someone anyway. Anyway, half the time you spend trying to say the right things in a language you're only half good at.
So you have to be a fast worker, eh, Mickey?
Yeah, not bother at all.
You've got a good woman there.
Hey, look. It wasn't intentional. It just happened, right?
Mickey. You don't have to explain, come on. It was inevitable. You gave her attention, respect, time, love. Things that I neglected and she deserved. No, I have only myself to blame, not you.
You're a good man, I think. I mean that. Right, let's get you a drink, eh? Same again, Mandy, I think.
Which one?
Next here on UK Gold, we provide simply the best. Stay with us.